The trial is in hand. The choice to be the gardener has been made. Now, standing in the honest light of the soil audit, a practical and profound question arises. What now? With this newfound agency, where does the energy go? This is the establishment of the gardener's primary law, the fundamental rule that governs all cultivation. What you nurture grows, what you starve diminishes. This is not a philosophy of positive thinking. It is the direct observation of a biological and energetic principle. A seed, given water, sunlight, and good soil, will express its potential. A weed, deprived of attention and energy, will eventually recede. The mind, this garden of ours, operates on the same inexorable law. The work then is in the discernment. How do I, as the gardener, learn to distinguish between the nourishing crop and the opportunistic weed within my own consciousness? And more importantly, how do I understand what the weed was trying to do for the soil in the first place? The wisdom of the soil. Why weeds appear to begin with. Every gardener learns that a weed is not necessarily an enemy, but a messenger. It's the soil's attempt to correct an imbalance, to cover a bare patch, to mine a missing nutrient from the deep subsoil and bring it to the surface. In our inner landscape, our mental and emotional weeds serve a similar purpose. Let's say, for example, a tough spreading crabgrass on your lawn might invade the lawn where the soil is compacted and starved of air. Its mission is to break up the hard pan, to create pathways for vitality. In the mind, the relentless invasive thought of ancients overplanting serves a similar function. It appears when we feel the soil of our life is too hard, too unforgiving. A subconscious attempt to control every variable to create a sense of security. Its purpose is to create structure, but left unchecked, it chokes out all spontaneity and peace. Now, let's say a springy nettle comes up in your garden. With its painful burn, often grows in soil rich in nitrogen and minerals. It is a sign of latent fertility. But its form is protective and harsh. In the heart, this could manifest as a sharp defensive cynicism, a protective layer that grows in soil once wounded by betrayal or disappointment. Its hidden purpose is to signal. This ground is rich in feeling, but it has been hurt. Handle with care. If you see a bindweed in your garden with its beautiful but strangling vines, often takes over neglected, depleted soil. It provides a quick green cover for emptiness. In the spirit, this mirrors the habit of constant distraction. The endless scrolling, the busy work, the need for noise. It grows to cover a perceived barrenness, a fear of the quiet, unadorned self. Its purpose is to fill a void. The art of conscious replacement, working with the soil. The master gardener doesn't just wage war on the weed. They listen to its message and provide a conscious replacement. A plant that meets the soil's same underlying need but produces a harvest above ground that nourishes the whole ecosystem. For crabgrass, ancients overplanting, the soil cries out for structure and security. Instead of fighting the anxiety, we replace it with deep-rooted winter wheat, a winter wheat of ritual. We establish gentle, non-negotiable morning routines. We create systems for our tasks. This satisfies the soil's need for order, but instead of strangling us, it provides a stable, nourishing grain of calm and predictability that we can actually harvest. In the case of stinging nettle, defensive cynicism, the soil signals rich, untapped emotional fertility that is currently too painful to touch directly. We replace the nettle with artichoke of compassionate observation. Like an artichoke, we learn to approach this part of ourselves layer by protective layer. We acknowledge the defense. I feel the need to be cynical here. Explore the tenderness beneath because I am afraid of being hurt again. And harvest the heart, the vulnerable, authentic artichoke, feeling that was always there, waiting to be acknowledged and integrated. In the case of bindweed, constant distraction, the soil reveals a fear of emptiness, a need to be covered. Instead of more vines, we plant lavender of purposeful engagement. Lavender doesn't cover the soil thickly. It grows in fragrant, purposeful clumps that invite calm and presence. We replace mindless scrolling with the focused act of reading one meaningful chapter. We replace background noise with 10 minutes of intentional silence. We meet the need for engagement, but with something that roots us deeper, not something that scrambles to cover the surface. This is the alchemy. It's not a war of eradication, but a dialogue of translation. The weed is a raw, unconscious attempt by the deeper self to solve a problem. Our conscious work is to translate, to interpret that raw need into a refined, nourishing form. The law is simple. Nurture the conscious replacement, starve the unconscious weed. When the impulse to overplan arises, we do not feed it with more frantic list. We gently redirect that energy into the solidity of our established ritual. We starve the crabgrass by no longer walking its compacted path, and we water the wheat. The garden is a conversation between what is above and what is below. Every thought, every pattern is a response to a condition in the inner earth. Our power is to listen to the message of the weed, honor the soil's need, and then, with the trowel of our choice, plant something that serves both the darkness and the light. We become not just gardeners of plants, but translators between the unseen world of cause and the visible world of effect.